In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible team for 2.5 million MT right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. Now, I know that is a lot of MT to spend on a squad, so if you guys want to go check out my cheaper squad builders, I have the best team for 100k, 250k, 500k, and the best squad for 1 million MT. So feel free to check those out, check out those squad builders. But if you guys want to see what this expensive squad you could build with about 2.5 mil, or maybe you just want to take some players from this squad and add them to your team, this is the best team you guys can build, in my opinion, with 2.5 million MT, maybe a little bit under it, depending when you do get these cards and if you can get them for a little bit cheaper of a price. But at the starting point guard position is going to be the dark matter Luka Doncic, still one of the best point guards in the game. Might be the best offensive point guard. He's 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan, but he's got such a good jump shot with the KPJ base, the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing. It's just such a knockdown release. It's one of my favorites in the game. Super easy to time with. He's also got the Trey fade. He's got the Trey sig. So he's got the Trey size up, the Trey escape, aim behind the back. He's also got quick drops off one and front clutches, the two best dunk packages in the game. So yeah, Luka for about 200k is going to be a great starting point guard, especially next to our starting shooting guard, which is going to be Dark Matter AK-47. I think this is honestly one of the best backcourts you can build right now in the game, even if you include all the cards in my team. Not the best backcourt, but I mean, for their price, Luka about 200k, AK for about 90-95. I mean, you get a great balance of offense and defense. You got AK 6'9" at the 2, 7-foot wingspan. But the thing about AK, he's got such good defense and is one of the best small forwards in my team with a 98 block, 98 steal, 98 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's only missing one Hall of Fame defensive badge, and then also tendencies wise, all going to be at a 99. But the thing I really like about AK and Luka in the backcourt is the fact that if you look at the animations, they have the exact same fade, the Trey leaner. They got the exact same dribble sigs with the Trey size up, the Trey escape, the name behind the back. They both have front clutches, so they're going to feel like very similar cards offensively, you know, with their movement. Yes, they have completely different jump shots, but what I'm saying is I feel like it's kind of nice to have cards that have the same dribble sig sometimes. I feel like that can be super helpful to have in your backcourt. So Luka Doncic, AK, going to be a great backcourt in my opinion, one of the best you can build. And then at the starting small forward position, it's really between Jonathan Isaac and Kevin Garnett. I'm not sure who I like more. I think I'm gonna start KG actually though. I think it's close. I think it's really close between KG and Jonathan Isaac. I'm gonna start Kevin Garnett though. He's 6'11" at small forward, 7'2" wingspan. We know he's gonna be one of the best defenders in my team with a 98 block, 95 steal, 95 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's got great Hall of Fame defensive badges, only missing Challenger and Menace on Hoff. And yeah, he's just a great combo of offense and defense. And I think he's gonna be a great pairing alongside AK and Luka Doncic. I think we got enough offense for sure. You know, with Luka and AK, Luka can really run the show and run his own offense. And then we got AK and Kevin Garnett for just that elite level defense at the shooting guard and small forward position. For the starting power forward, this is where stuff does get kind of crazy. We got invincible Shaquille O'Neal as our starting power forward. Also, by the way, KG's about 225 to 250, somewhere in that price range. And Shaq's going to go for upwards of $750,000, 750k. He's around that price right now in Xbox, but I think he's worth it for this type of squad. If you want to make that one huge purchase, I think Shaq's the best invincible in the game, and T-Mac's even more expensive than Shaq. And I think AK and our backup shooting guard really aren't, well, we have a T-Mac on this lineup. It's not going to be his invincible version, but yeah, AK, I think still a very viable shooting guard. He's a lot cheaper than a card like T-Mac. So if you're going to make that one big purchase, I think Shaq is the card to go with. He's 7'1" at power forward. He is one of the best player models in the game. He's an invincible, so you got a Shaq card with basically 99 every single stat, 55 Hall of Fame badges. But the thing about Shaq, and the reason why he's one of the best cards in the game, is because they completely changed his jump shot and gave him such a fast and knockdown release. He's got the Montrezl Harrell base, the John Wall upper on very quick timing. Is such an easy jump shot to green with. And then you got Shaq able to move really well with the Darius Garland size up, the Kobe escape, aim behind the back. His defensive tendencies are pretty much all at 100 as well. I mean, this card just so overpowered at the power forward position and is going to be our starting power forward next to Dark Matter Yao Ming. I think that's a great pairing. You get the athleticism, the defense with Shaq, and I think that's going to make up for Yao Ming's lack of speed. Now, we can't go for the hero version because he's obviously going to be too expensive, hovering around $1 million MT on Xbox. But then this Titans version, I believe is only about like 400k, somewhere in that price range. He really does fluctuate a ton in price, but he's 7'6" at that center position, 7'9" wingspan, and we know Yao is still going to be one of the best centers in the game. And I think that front court pairing of Shaq and Yao is going to prove to be super dominant. Like if you have that front court with this type of starting lineup, you can compete against every single squad in the game, no matter if you verse a Manute Bol, a Taco Fall, a Yao Ming, a Rick Smith, you verse a Big Z. Like you can pretty much compete, a Ben Simmons, a Jokic. You can pretty much compete with this starting lineup against any other starting lineup in the game. And for a 2.5 million MT squad builder, that is really good to have. And yes, we spent a lot of MT on the starting lineup, but then you can make an argument the bench is honestly just as good. At the backup point guard position, we do have Dark Matter Ron Artest. And if we're comparing Luka to Ron, it really depends what you need for your point guard. If you're looking for more defense, you go for Ron Artest, 6'7" at point guard, 6'10" wingspan, great player model. He's got a 98 block, 99 steal, 99 perimeter, 98 interior defense. So if you're looking for defense at point guard, I think Ron Artest is the better option over Luka. But then if you're looking for offense, you want a playmaker, a guy that can score, handle the rock, then you go for Luka Doncic because he's one of the best offensive point guards. But the reason why I have Luka starting and I have AK starting is because this is going to be our backup shooting guard in Dark Matter Radiant T-Mac. I think this Radiant T-Mac card is potentially better than AK. But the reason why I'm not starting T-Mac is because then in our backcourt, we really don't have, too much defense. And we have honestly too much playmaking. We have too much scoring that we need to balance it out. Because if you look at our bench, now we got Ron Artest, we got AK, and our backup small forward is going to be Dark Matter Jonathan Isaac. So we really don't have too much offense there on the bench. Yes, we can still score, and you can get away with running a lineup like this because some of these cards and all of these cards are just so good at their positions. But I think to balance out the lineup is you either start Ron Artest and T-Mac, or you start Luka Doncic and AK. I just think those two cards have to be together in the backcourt, whether you're starting them or whether you're bringing them off the bench. I would go Luka, AK, and then Ron Artest and T-Mac. And I think having Jonathan Isaac as our backup small forward is going to pair really well alongside T-Mac and Ron Artest because we got great defense with Isaac and Ron. They're going to be elite level defenders. I mean, take a look at Jonathan Isaac. He's one of the best small forward defenders in the game. 6'11" at the 3, 7'2" wingspan. Pretty much perfect defensive stats and badges, pretty much perfect defensive tendencies. Like he's just so overpowered for only about 70 to 75k. Same thing with Ron Artest. He's around that price tag of about 70 to 75k. And then you got the Dark Matter Radiant T-Mac ranging around that 250k mark. And then for our backup power forward, we're definitely gonna need some giants off the bench. So to have Pink Diamond Taco Fall as our backup power forward is gonna be super helpful. He's 7'6" at the 4, 8'2" wingspan. We know Taco's still got one of the best player models in the game. He's still one of the best mashers, still one of the best paint defenders, and he's only about 150k. So he's definitely affordable for a squad like this, and he's gonna be a great backup power forward to have off the bench. To back up Shaq and Yao, now your opponent's got to deal with Taco, and they also have to deal with Ralph Sampson at your backup center position. Like this is a lineup that if I were to run into this lineup, I would be very scared because you got Shaq and Yao, pretty much unstoppable front court. You got size, you got athleticism, you got shooting, you got mashing, and then you got to come off the bench, and then you bring in your bench, and your opponent brings in their bench, and now you got to match Taco Fall and Ralph Sampson in the backup front court. Ralph Sampson, 7'4", 7'8" wingspan, one of the best mashers, one of the best paint defenders. And then we all know what Taco Fall can do. And then you got to worry about Radiant T-Mac, one of the best offensive cards. So for me, guys, I think this is the best team you guys can build with 2.5 million MT. But let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys had 2.5 mil, let me know what squad you guys would build, and let me know what you guys would change about this team. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.